Hello, Cancer. This is going to be a general message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. A general message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please keep in mind that we all have a fourth house part of our birth charts that does impact and influence our lives, Cancer. I am going to shuffle my cards to catch some vibes for you, okay? However, this I keep over here, and I was really drawn to it as I set down in your energy, and I feel like I was just wanting to really focus on the crystal ball and be introspective about what I was ruminating on. Okay. And I didn't really like what I was seeing there. And I felt some pain. And I just wanted to discourage you from allowing yourself time wasted in negative trains of thought. Okay, so really pay attention to where your head is at, because where you're thinking is what you're feeling, is what signal you're sending to the universe, and that's what you're attracting in your life. Okay, so truth, hello. So when you recognize that your head is kind of in a darker state of being a space, or like maybe you're on some kind of mental loop that is just not really conducive to the life you want to be living, then it's up to you to decide, as the adult person who's living in your body and living your life, to not do that and to be more constructive and proactive instead. Right, you can shift yourself if you so choose. Wow. So Cancer, I'm just gonna grab a few more cards for you. Ooh, they want me to give you this one as well. So I'm gonna grab a few more cards and see what Spirit has for Cancer here. Wow, I've really jumbled some things up. Cancer, I do want to let you guys know that I'm aligned with love and light and God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So I thank you for allowing me to be of service in this way for you. Whoop, there you are. I thank you for allowing me to be of service in this way for you, Cancer. You are totally awesome. I feel like your energy is magnificent right now. Although I'm talking about that headspace, okay? You got to think up. You can't think down, okay? And that really makes me think of this absolutes as well, right here on the bottom of the deck, where they said you needed this one. So absolutes can be about a black and white way of thinking. Black sheep is also yours, okay? I saw that one earlier. It was on the bottom, but I do see it here. It's okay to be different. It's okay to stand alone for a while, or to stand in your own power and truth and authenticity, all right? It's okay to allow whoever isn't resonating with you and who you are to be gone, be damned. Go about your business, your path, your life, your day, whatever. I am who I am, and this is who I am. And those who will receive you and value you will resonate to that frequency that you are holding very strongly. Okay, so let's get back to this absolutes now, Cancer. As far as absolutes, this can be about your headspace, like I was saying, and it can even be about the way you speak and the way you think about things. Okay, all or nothing, black or white, this or that. There is no gray area. That is not a great state of being. Okay, so Spirit is encouraging Cancer to be more fluid about the gray areas of thought and verbiage in your life. No more always and nevers. You pigeonhole yourself into some bullshit circumstances that you don't like by saying, this always happens to me, and by feeling like this always happens to me, and then it always does happen to you. So now you've got to kind of backpedal on that solid energy and rectify the belief with, okay, it may not literally always, okay, maybe there's been one time that it did not happen. Okay, so you've got to grab that one time with both hands, okay, and be like, it often, okay, maybe it regularly happens to me, or it almost always happens to me, or it often happens to me. That leaves some wiggle room to back out of always and to move yourself into a rarely, sometimes, never, that kind of a pattern, okay? And vice versa. When we say, you never show up for me, or you never help me, I never get what I need, those nevers solidify the same thing happening again, and again, because it's not just what's happening here. It's also what you're thinking about it, what you're saying about it, and what you believe to be true. So you've got to take the never, you've got to take the power out of never, and find that one time that debunks that never solidly, okay? Because never is solid. So you want to take that one time that debunks the never, so that you're still standing on a leg of truth here, and you go to Rarely. All right. So rarely instead of never. Maybe I rarely get the assistance I need. I rarely feel heard. I rarely get what I need from you. You rarely show up. All right. Instead of never, it's rarely. And then maybe it becomes, sometimes. And then maybe it becomes an often. And then it becomes an always. Do you see how we can work ourselves there? Now that is in your head and in your verbiage, right? In your belief systems here, you've got to work with gray areas, Cancer. The fork in the road is the first one that jumped out for you, but this one's inside of you, so it's really important to speak on, okay? Because everything outside of you is what's going on inside of you, out pictured, so that you can work through it in a physical, tangible way. So this fork in the road, you should know what it is. This is a decision to be made in your life. This is a fresh start, a new you, a step on a new path, a new chapter, a new leg of your journey. All right, maybe you haven't quite made the decision just yet. Maybe it's barely in your face, presented to you, okay? And you're kind of like standing stiff like this fork in the middle of the road, like trying to balance and keep step and not jump one way or the other. But in fact, Spirit is urging you to decide to step firmly on one new path or another. All right, to decide to embody your full strength and sovereignty here. I also feel the fork in the road to mean taking the high road at times. Sometimes the fork in the road is here to tell us that we could be the same old way, the same old pattern, the same old problems, the same old person, or we could take the high road and decide to be a better version of ourselves. We could decide to step outside our comfort zone or explore the unknown, or have some adventure, or maybe shut our mouth when we don't need to open our mouth and say all the things. Okay, maybe we need to take the high road when other people are taking the low road. All right, maybe we need to do that here, Cancer. This is about you deciding who you are and what kind of a path you're walking on here. I really want to say you have to believe in yourself and your efforts with the Absolutes card, because that will make or break what happens here. Now you have the card is number 5, the High Priestess of Fire. Hello, I love this. Okay, so the number 5 is about change. Change. All right. And being comfortable with change, because there's nothing in life that doesn't change. All right. Everything inevitably always changes, and you are changing with times. And Spirit is saying, which direction are you going here? Are you going up or are you going backwards? Okay. I don't feel like you're going backwards, and I don't feel like you're spinning around in a downward spiral here. I feel like you've got a fire under your butt and you are ready to move forward in a very real, tangible, action-oriented way. I feel like you are taking the reins of your life here, Cancer, and I absolutely love this for you. I see this beautiful High Priestess of Fire who is looking back over her shoulder at the past with love, respect, dignity, honor. Maybe she's even a little sad, right? But she's not regretful here. She's just like, hey, peace, I'm out of here. I've got this beautiful gold glitter in front of me, and I'm looking forward to whatever this might be. She's giving it one last glance before she really moves forward into whatever this new bright horizon is for her, for you, Cancer. Okay, so I really feel here how making your peace with the past is inevitable, and stepping into something new is what is beckoning to you here. Like, what are you doing with yourself and your life? What is this use of your time and your moments that matters so greatly? I feel Cancer is starting to really take up some of your own energetic space in your life. So grab whatever that thing is and decide to shift your energy and really step firmly on that path. Sometimes we're not sure, right? And we don't know. And then it's up in the air, and then so are we. And then so is our energy. And then nothing really happens or manifest very solidly in our lives. But if you decide, you know what, this is my new way of spending most of my time. I've now got this job, or I'm now doing this diet, or I'm now embodying this exercise routine, or quitting this thing, or now I'm a full-time parent, right? Whatever this could be for you, this is what I'm doing. So I'm doing it to the best of my ability. That is what I see here. You may have to make the conscious decision. You know what? This is my life now. This is my life now. Some things are like that, especially when the fork is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes. All right. And I got to remind myself every time I think about smoking a cigarette that I don't do that anymore, that this is my life now. This is my life now. You understand? Embodying the energy of who you want to be. This beautiful new beginnings card is here for you. You get to be whoever you want to be. You can reinvent yourself, rediscover yourself in any moment. And life changes you. Time changes you. Sometimes you feel differently than you thought you would when you were younger, right? Allow yourself the honor and respect of experienced wisdom. This beautiful new beginnings card. It's kind of red and it's kind of orangey, which speaks to me about root chakra and sacral chakra, right? And root and sacral chakra. Root chakra is about your home life, your security, your survival. This is about you creating new patterns in these areas to be stable, patterns that are building the kind of life that you want to be living for yourself and your people if they factor in. But I feel like this is really about you. And when you step firmly on this high vibe path, then so will others who are supposed to come along for the journey. Okay, so the sacral chakra is about co-creating with other people. It's about our connections with the world. It's about your passions, your creativity, the kind of outlets that you have to really express yourself and to bring through inspiration. All right. So allowing yourself to have newness in all of these areas and to re-experience old ideas, habits, activities with a new flair. I feel this here for you as well. Like, oh, you know what? I've been meaning to revisit my pottery kiln, or some kind of thing. I've been meaning to revisit my Kindle library. These little things that can kind of shift your energy into a more high vibe, positive frame of mind or track, as opposed to getting stuck in the monotonous routine of negativity, worry, self-sabotage, wasted time, mindless time. The offer here from the universe is to accept the high road and to take it every single time, and watch how quick your life improves. Watch how freaking quick your life shifts and changes. Before you know it, you're walking this righteous path of excitement and enthusiasm and joy, and really investing in your moments, yourself, your time, and it's feeding your soul, and it's giving back to you in ways that cannot even be described here. So Cancer, please seize the opportunity, no matter when you find this timeless reading. And if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, friends, please. And if it resonates with you, please, for God's sakes, drop a comment and tell me how. Okay, the last card that you have here, Cancer, is number 93. No. You need to say no. Boundaries need to be set. Clear off your plate of what is not in your control. Stop people pleasing. Wow. And the number 93, I love the beautiful artwork on this card, that lovely flower. Maybe that speaks to you in some way, like a lotus. I feel like this is a lotus in the heart space, the green of the lotus, and how it's a layer by layer thing, right? I feel this with the no and the boundaries, and how Cancer, is sometimes your heart, what you might have said yes to before, or even said yes to time and time again, but your heart wanted to say no. And now life is beckoning your voice to say no. Life is beckoning your actions to say no. All right. You know what these things are that are past. They're behind you now. They're beyond you, past you, whatever. I feel how you are over it. You've outgrown a lot of things, and maybe people pleasing is one of those things. You don't desire the same things that you used to. Maybe you used to want approval from other people, so you would go the extra mile for all of them, but you're realizing that you don't really get that back in the way that your heart wants or your soul is yearning for, right? So you're deciding, you know what? I've got to put my foot down and really, shave off the excess, and not look outside of myself to find what it is that I'm seeking, the self-worth, the self-esteem, the self-acceptance. I feel how you are accepting yourself as you are, and you're really finding strength of character within you. And this is beautiful, so much so that you're strong enough to say no when you really want to, and you can mean it, and you may not even carry much guilt, if any guilt at all, about it afterwards. That's beautiful, because everyone has the right to say no. And everyone has the right to say yes if they want to. The universe is encouraging you to say yes to change, to say yes to new beginnings, to say yes to passion, to say yes to taking the high road. Cancer. That is what I have for you today. That is what Spirit needed you to know right now. And please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything from me. And if you want to connect with me on a deeper level, a private level, my link is in your description box. Until the next one, I send you guys all the love and all the blessings.